psychologist at ASU Counseling Services. I enjoy working with ASU students because having myself completed a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a doctoral degree, I spent a lot of time as a student on university campuses, taking classes, conducting research, working, researching, teaching. I benefited from a variety of supportive services in my time as a student. And in my current role as a psychologist, I hope to provide similar support to ASU students who may be struggling with either academic pressures or some other social or emotional concerns. I am so impressed with the dedication and ingenuity of ASU students who are often balancing multiple demands on their time in pursuit of their education and career goals. Their energy and passion is inspiring, and it compels me to do my part to support them as they become future leaders of our community. Today, I'm going to talk about self-compassion. Self-compassion is a mindset, as well as a way of acting towards yourself. It's basically treating yourself the same kindness and care that you would treat a good friend or someone else who was in a similar situation. Now, before you hit the pause button and reject this topic out of hand, let me tell you why self-compassion is so important. It's important because the way you think about yourself and talk to yourself, it actually matters. The way we think about ourselves directly impacts how we feel and how we behave. Our personal narrative about ourselves affects our overall happiness and also our adjustment, and it directly impacts our ability to meet our goals and develop strong relationships with others. As we go about our daily lives, we get so much feedback about ourselves from parents, our family, our friends, professors, significant others, and even social media. It's really easy to internalize this negative feedback from others or the experiences that we've had and use it to become our own worst critic. So when we find that we are having a difficult time, struggling with something, or experiencing a failure, or we become aware of something about ourselves that we don't really like, it's easy to judge and criticize ourselves. And that critical voice can say some really not helpful things, like, I'm not good enough, I'm too much, no one will ever like me, I'm annoying, I will never be successful. These negative messages are super not helpful. And when we think them over and over on a continuous loop in our head, they seem like they are actually true. So instead of beating yourself up over the challenges you are facing or simply ignoring the pain that you are in, because those approaches are not all that helpful, try giving yourself some grace. Approach these challenges by acknowledging that what happened to you hurts and think about what you can do to comfort or care for yourself. It's difficult to change our mindset towards ourselves, and it takes work to undo the negative self-talk that takes up so much space in our brain. Here are some simple steps that you can take to develop a practice of self-compassion. The first step is to learn to notice when you're being critical of yourself. You can also remind yourself that just because you have that negative thought, it doesn't make it true. Develop a routine of self-care. Make a list of small things you can do to care for yourself when you're feeling this way, and actually do them. Take a walk, meditate, exercise, take a hot bath or shower, call a friend, do something creative, choose something that makes you feel cared for and valued. Also, you can ask yourself, is the way I'm thinking about myself helpful? Is it consistent with my goals? What would I say to a friend who experienced this situation? If you find it difficult to do this work on your own, work with a therapist or a coach who can help you develop a more accurate personal narrative that is consistent with your goals. Research shows that self-compassion is associated with increased emotional reliance, a more accurate view of yourself, improved connectiveness with others, and less reactive anger. When you approach problems with a self-compassion mindset, you acknowledge that you are human, and humans are fallible. You are not supposed to succeed at everything. You are not perfect because you're not supposed to be. Throughout our lives, we will encounter a variety of frustrations, losses, failures, and limitations. We make mistakes. We make bad choices. Sometimes we don't even know we're making a bad choice when we make it. Self-compassion allows us to have a growth mindset where setbacks can be seen as opportunities for growth and improvement. So the next time things get hard, remind yourself that beating yourself up is not what is going to change what happened. But if you acknowledge your pain and take an approach of care and comfort, you will be better prepared to face the challenges you have ahead of you.